Okay, perfect. Here we are. Today we're doing an interview with the mom of a friend. It's called Olimpia, and it's original by Poland. We'll do to you some questions, and yeah, there and at the end I'll add some. I'll let you say something that you want about Poland or something like this. Okay, so let's start. For first, the school's subjects and the hours.
Oh, perfect. So I have something to say because, your friend, my son, is more or less your age. And I actually checked what's the difference in the Italian school and the Polish one. And the conclusion is that in Poland, you have less hours per week in the first grade. And the same number of hours from the second grade on, right? So, but what changes totally between Italian school and the Polish school are the breaks. And what do I mean is that in Poland you have a break after every 45 minutes of lesson. Can you imagine 40 minutes of lesson? Break, 10
Yeah, that
minutes.
would be really cool. Yeah. In Italy, every 2 hours and 10 minutes of break.
Oh, and my son has just one general break. He stays for 5 hours every day, from Monday to Saturday included, and just one break. So this is totally different, totally different. Also, in Poland, you don't go to school on Saturdays, or only from Mondays to Fridays. And another difference is that in Polish school, you have also more scientific subjects like chemistry and physics from the second grade on. In fact, Polish people are pretty good in science, maths, and computer science. So
Cool.
these are basic differences. As for the rest, as school subjects, it's pretty similar. Yeah.
Okay. Now to the next question. What do you remember most of your school when you were our age? And subjects? Yeah, subjects
Um,
is a little wrong, but the most of the school it was like funny.
yeah, correct. So what I remember from my school was that we have those clubs. Okay, so they were an extracurricular possibility for students to choose among, of course, math club, the classical one, then a lot of sport, music, choir, and also biology class. So it was like you could go to school in the morning and make the basic program, the elementary program, and then the extra lessons all for free in the afternoon. I remember that the discipline was very, very high, and the respect for teachers and for professors were really high. They were really, really demanding. But to be honest, I don't know how it changed in the last years. I believe it's more, there is more relaxing atmosphere because the system changed. So when I went to school at the beginning, I still had to learn Russian. It was compulsory to learn Russian. In fact, the elder people in Poland know Russian as the second language. Officially, the second language was Russian. And then it changed. So when I passed to the high school and the political system changed, Then we started to learn Western languages. And in fact, Polish people are very keen of learning foreign languages. They love it. So many of almost everyone from a younger generation, they can speak fluent English. A lot of them speak German for practical reasons, as they are our neighbors, and a lot of Polish people have to cope for business with the German people. They often go to work in Germany. French as well, and pretty a lot of Polish people can speak also Italian. Yeah.
Okay, so the most famous people in Poland.
Okay, so I'll make this story very short. I would consider the most internationally known people from Poland that really everyone in all the world knows are Frédéric Chopin. We pronunciated his surname Chopin, while internationally it's Chopin. So it's more like French accent, because he spent most of his life in France. So Frédéric Chopin. The second most famous is our great woman, Maria Skłodowska-Curie, the scientist, and she also spent her life. She lived in France and married Pierre Curie. That's why she's bad. The fun fact about Maria Skłodowska-Curie is that she was huge patriotic, like most Polish are. And she discovered like two elements, radon and polon, and the names of those elements are actually after Polish words. Radon is for radość, and it's joy in Polish, and polon obviously is for Poland, to celebrate Poland. So these are, and the third person that is internationally known is the Pope, Jan Paweł II, John Paul II. So these are the most known.
Yeah, I'm studying Marie Curie and Chopin now. Chopin with the piano and Marie Curie in science.
Oh yes, great. He was a prodigious kid, and we in Poland, in the elementary school, we read the story about little Chopin. Like when he was 6, he already was playing and composing pieces for piano. So he was like a hero, a national hero.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, next to the next question. Most important facts of the Poland.
Oh, this is a very, very hard question, because the most important facts that you can use in school is one is quite funny fact and of general geography. Like we Polish people like to say we are placed in Central Europe. And we get pretty angry when we hear, for example, Italian people say that Poland is in Eastern Europe. It gets us pretty upset. And we actually learn at Polish school that if you take the most northern part of the continental Europe and the most southern part, and then the most eastern and western part, it crosses, in Polish little town, like never mind. So for us, it's the heart of Europe. Come on. So this is
Yes, if we consider part of the Russia, Europe, but the center of the EU or the European
European
Union,
Union.
yeah, it's in Germany, around
Yeah,
in
somewhere
Germany.
in Germany, in Baviera, I believe, in Bayern. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Everything depends on the criteria with which you consider. It's not that simple. So many places in Europe have the primate as the central part of Europe, but it's not the one point because the scientists quarrel a lot about it. As about geography of Poland, it's pretty easy. So let's say it's a square to simplify. Okay, so we have at northern side we have Baltic Sea, so the sea area level. Then we have lakes level, then flatlands, uplands, till mountains. So from the from the sea level to going south to the mountains. So it's pretty easy to remember. The capital city is Warsaw, and I would say it's a capital and economical most important city in Poland, like Washington is in the United States, or Rome in Italy. But we also have a cultural capital, which is Krakow, and it also was a capital city during historical times, so many centuries ago. Now Poland takes part in the European Union and also NATO pact. Polish people are currently very worried about the situation in Ukraine, between Ukraine and Russia, of course. We have a lot of people, a lot of friends, a lot of workers from Ukraine actually in Poland. I believe it's the biggest minority in Poland right now. And what about other facts? I don't know, maybe I wait for your questions, so maybe you will take me on a track. So we talk about the geography. As for what are you interesting to know? Because there are a lot of information about Poland, of course. So so I could speak hours and hours about it, but maybe it's not that interesting for you. So I don't know, what would you like to know?
Next, we have the example of a dialogue in the Polish, like thank you, sorry, hello, how are you?
Oh yes, I have something to say about Polish language. So Polish language is very complicated to learn, and it is actually on the list of the most difficult languages in the world, among the first places. Can you imagine? So it's better to learn it when you are born in Poland or you have Polish parents, something like that. It sounds really really hard to understand, as in Polish we have a lot of consonants glued together and it's pretty difficult to pronounce for foreigners. So yeah, that's like somebody joke about it, and I love it. Polish language sounds like a Wi-Fi password.
Yeah.
And okay, so let's say the words like the courtesy words, right? So thank you, dziękuję.
Hmm? Yeah.
Sorry, przepraszam. Hello, cześć. Bye, do widzenia.
Yeah, those seems like names of cities. Yeah.
Yeah, these are
We are,
pretty.
They are
These are
much longer.
pretty easy. But if you want to hear a tongue twister in Polish, so we can try, and I tell you. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Chrząszcz brzmi w Trzcinie, w Szczebrzeszynie i Szczebrzeszyn z tego słynie.
Uh,
How about that?
that was a word, actually. Yeah, it's a really long word.
Yeah. And I'm personally from a city, from a town, beautiful town, historical, with a beautiful park and Prince Palace in it. And the name is Pszczyna. So when you see it written, it's like 5 consonants glued together at the beginning. So it's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Anyways, go to the next question. You think that Italy or Poland is better?
Oh, yeah, I love this question. Very tough. Okay, let's put it like that. I like it better in Poland when I'm in Italy, and I like it better in Italy when I'm in Poland. Because I don't know why. I'll pass you some interesting links about Poland. Like, it's very, very funny, and it's a summary of Polish mentality, geography, and a little bit story. It's pretty fast, but it shows you that Polish mentality is like to complain a lot when between Polish people, they complain a lot. Oh, the government is very bad, and the European Union, they made a lot of money before, and they don't want us now to make money or whatever. So they complain a lot between Poles, or my neighbor is so that bad. But if there is a foreigner and say one thing not very positive about Poland, they become patriots, and they get upset and angry because nobody can say that in Poland is something wrong or something not beautiful. So Polish people have this sense of I would say they are kind of very American in this sense. They really like to build and make things, like to say they're the most central point in Europe, or the they're the best. They have the best video game. Okay, like. Actually, it's very, very. I don't know whether you know the Cyberpunk, the one that you can find on Tesla cars, and Elon Musk loves to play. It's made by Polish video studio, so Cyberpunk, and
Yeah,
a
but
lot of many others.
the real problem is that actually the game is a little bad. Is filled up with bugs. But yeah, it's not the best game out there. If the original project will be actually in the game, yeah, it will be good, but it's not.
Well, yeah, of course, over time there are new games and new other stuff. It takes over, and it's good. It's good like that. So yeah, Polish people are very, very patriotic, mostly, and there are a lot of Polish people that emigrated abroad. So there are a lot of Polish people living in Germany actually, and a lot of people living in Great Britain. There was a joke like few years ago, I mean, that when you ask what's the biggest city of Poland, and the answer surprisingly was London. Because there are so many Polish immigrants in London. And also in the United States, there are a lot of Polish people, but this is area, older immigrants, so they're mixed all together with people from the United States. But there are a lot of them, and a lot of famous people, like of Polish origins. Filippo?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay. Let's go to the hate slide. The traditional types of food, the music you listen the most, and the type of diet, like nutrition, like what.
oh, I love it. I love this question. Um, I love Polish traditional food, of course, and I enjoy it a lot. Like when I go to Poland, I only eat Polish food all the time till I'm totally full. Uh, I would say it's very fat, full of sauces and yeah, very caloric, and it's mainly because of the climate. The climate is pretty harsh during winter time, and summer period. Yeah, it's a lovely time, but still, it's relatively to Italy. It's totally different. You need more calories to heat your body and to be able to work and feel good. So yeah, we eat a lot of soups and a lot of hot cuisine, hot tea. Like we drink not that much water like in Italy, but we always drink something hot. Okay, so when you visit Polish family, they always ask you tea or coffee, and they mean something hot. And of course, in a huge mug, like very huge, okay? We eat a lot of soups, and this is again because of the climate. So hot soups help you to warm you up. A lot of meat, actually, pork meat, cow meat, and lately it's more famous again, the game, right? So the wild animals game. It's because of very old tradition of going to hunting in Poland for the meat. A lot of I would say national drink is a lot of beer, very good quality beer, and Polish like alcohol, but mostly, of course, for festivities like weddings, New Year's Eve, or special occasions like birthdays or the day of your name, festivities, etc., etc. So the food, and a lot of potatoes, a lot of apples, fish. Yeah, we have fish from rivers and from the sea. So yeah, we eat a lot of it. Eggs and flour, potatoes every day.
Yes, some kind of fat and vegetable diet. Is a kind of balanced, but also fat. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Consider that we eat quite a lot of vegetables, because to make a good soup, you use always a lot of vegetables. And to make the gravy and the meat, you often add vegetables, onions and garlic. For it is good for your health, and also with antibiotics, so against cold. It's all like, it's based on the climate and the problems that the people could have, right? So they need a lot of nutrition to have a lot of calories, and also to combat the flu season and the cold season. So yeah, caloric food. But yeah,
Yeah.
we use a lot of vegetables as well, and a lot of apples. Yeah.
Yeah, and the type of music that is played most.
Okay. We have so people nowadays hear all kind of music, all kinds of music, but I would say um, like yeah, so the contemporary groups are mostly pop and rock. Young people love rock music in Poland, but I would say we have our traditional folk music, and I just love it. And I would have some samples. I can send you a piece of music that is traditionally so Slavic, so Polish, so yeah, from the area of Slavic languages and culture. So I would say this is pretty traditional and characteristic for Poland, because when we talk about rock music and pop music, it's so international, so it lacks of originality. But I would say the very original music, and like to feel the folk, the tradition. I would say that yeah, I could send you something after to just to have you taste or hear something, some traditional Polish music. Yeah, I would say.
Okay. When we see the next question, famous holidays, some special holidays that there aren't in any countries.
Yeah. Um, I would say that we share with Italy most of festivities, because they are okay. Let's say the most of religious festivities, of course, we share with Italy. Some differences, and my favorite, and I pity that in Italy you lack those festivities because they're so beautiful, is the celebration of Saint Nicholas. It's on the 6th of December. And it's a very pretty festivity for all children, because they wait for presents. So it's before Christmas festivity, but in Poland they organize a lot of very fun stuff, like they open parks with a lot of plays for children, entertainment, jokes, music. It is beautiful. So Ettore participated once during this festivity, and it was a lot of fun. And another festivity is the 1st of June. It's festivity of Children's Day. So it is another festivity, especially for children, to celebrate children. So they have a lot of fun and get presents from grandparents, from parents, uncles, aunts, and everybody. So it is beautiful, and a lot of entertainment on those days. Yeah, I would say. Then there are Polish people are really religious, very religious. Consider that about 90%, even more, are Christians, Catholic people. And so we have even more festivities than you have in Italy, like the religious ones, right? I would say religion was very, very important for Polish people, because from the historical point of view, when there was this partition of Poland, and for 123 years there was actually no Poland on the maps of Europe, political maps. You know, church and Catholic religion was a hub of Polish mentality, Polish language, and Polish culture. So thanks to religion, actually, and priests, we maintain our identity, Polish identity. So it was much easier to rebuild everything after the Second World War. Yeah.
Yeah. And also you have an image with the Poland church distribution. It's a little filled up. Yeah, filled, completely filled by charts. I'll see if I can present that.
Yeah, try to present. I see.
Technical problems.
Oh,
Wait.
don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Okay, there we are. Yeah, you see my screen?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
can see your screen.
that's the charge distribution.
Oh, yeah. You see?
Yes,
It's a serious problem.
wait. No, that's not even fake. This is real actually.
Oh my gosh. I knew there were a lot of churches in Poland, but it really makes impression. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways, the religion is kind of obvious. Yeah. Roman
yeah.
Catholic.
Yeah, I believe Poland, together with Spain for sure, and Ireland are the most Catholic countries in Europe and in the world, of course. Yeah.
Sto per finire. Okay, so we are done with the interview. And you want to add something else? Something else. I don't know. I try to
Hmm.
get in this PowerPoint the most of the things, but do you want us something?
Um, yeah, maybe something. Yeah, I think this mark would interest you. There are direct flights from Sicily to Poland. It's very good connected. So, like, if you want to go to Poland, you go to Catania and take the flight, and in 2 hours and just 2 hours and a half, you are in Poland. It's very easy to go around there. A lot of streets, so you hire a car. The prices are good, convenient for people from Italy. And yeah, my friends that visited Poland were all happy. They enjoyed it a lot. There are a lot of beautiful modern museums, wonderful to see. It's all modern because, Polish people are like, they need to make the best things.
Yeah.
So museums are with the best multimedia system, with videos, all interactive, all fantastic, with practical entertainment and hands-on. And it's pretty different in Poland as in in Italy, where it's
Yeah.
everything is more classical, and you go to a museum, because the museums are very old in Italy, right? So you go here to a museum and you see, okay, a lot of plates, a lot of I don't know, glass, and a lot of metal, and then you need to go and read like a page of an encyclopedia to know something more, and it's very static, right? But
Yeah.
for children, it's much more entertaining if you can see a video, beautiful video, if you can try things like see how they made it, or you can try to do by yourself. So yeah, with Ettore, every time we visit Poland, we go. There is a beautiful scientific museum, very modern and very popular in Warsaw. It's a Copernicus Science Museum, of course, because Copernicus was a huge, very famous Pole as well. And yeah, so it is very, very fun to go to Poland, and very good for children. So you have a lot of facilities. It's very easy to go to restaurants and have all is necessary for children, for taking care of them, to make them have fun at restaurants. A lot of toys, a lot of playgrounds everywhere. Beautiful, just really, really, really fantastic. So yeah, I definitely advise you to go to Poland with your family as soon as you can. And yeah, there are a lot of very funny things to see. So if you are interested further, I will give you hints.
Okay.
It's very nice to have you as a interviewer. You are very great. Congratulations,
Thanks.
people.
Okay,
You're-
so this is the end of the interview. If you
Thank
don't
you
have,
very much. Thank you. And may I tell something? Congratulations, and I hope you will find other people. I can contact some of my friends, which you can contact and make interview if you are interested. So good luck.
yeah, my dad have much friends that are like from, uh, I think from Iceland, from
Cool.
Sweden, yeah.
Yeah, this is very original. Cool. Very nice. Yeah. So yeah, I will stay tuned to hear from you and see other your interviews in the future. Good luck.
Okay, bye,
Powodzenia. Bye.
bye.
Bye bye.